Welcome to Why We Play This Game, the show that's created to discuss the NBA on and off the court. I'm just one of your co-hosts, Michael Eric Owens.
And I'm Ken Hayes.
Hey, my brother, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. Second season done started, as they say.
Second
Playoff
season.
time.
Playoff
Everybody get their
time,
haircut. What'd you say, Mike?
Everybody get to the barber and get everything
Right.
straight, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody get straight for that. Ken, so as we start to get into our conversation today, folks, go ahead, hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification button, and keep the comments coming in. We love that the show is growing. Continue to share the show. Continue to comment, but subscribe because you help us grow that way, and you become part of the Why They Play the Game family. So go ahead and do that for us. So Ken, we are into the 2026 playoffs, my brother. What are your initial observations?
Well, Mike, let's start in the West, man. And we'll go through every series. We won't take too much time today because they just got started. Let's start. We'll do a quick one. OKC versus Phoenix. Mike, I'm just going to tell you, they got the bricks. They just got the bricks beat off them. It wasn't even a game. It was over after the second quarter. I'm just sorry, And Phoenix looked like they at halftime. They was like, okay, we done lost this one, so we ain't gonna even play our starters that much. So I'm gonna say this is that OKC will sweep Phoenix. That's my prediction on this one right here. It just they don't have the talent that OKC has or the depth. It's just that simple. We can analyze it up and down, but they just not there. Booker. And the thing about it, Mike, I'll say this too, is that these play-in teams, they tired. They didn't just, play extra playoff games. And I'm going to make this comment real short, and that is that they need to get rid of the play-in. It ain't doing these teams any good. But, it was I'll say a good overall team effort from OKC, rest of their starters. So game 2 is going to be no different. Phoenix may get closer, but they're going to end up losing game 2 also.
Man, I think SGA should probably just go and get him a pillow. Get him his little, what those things you sleep with on, Ken? You put it across your eyes. Get him a little fuzzy blanket. Man, listen, man, this is checkmate, Ken. We don't even need to go on. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, this probably going to say this. San Antonio against Portland. I'm gonna say this: Portland was competitive in streaks, but Victor's just too much for him. Victor had 35, 7, 8, 9 rebounds, and maybe about 4 or 5 block shots. They just too much for Portland, and I'll give it to Portland. They didn't back down. They tried fronting Victor, but that didn't do any good because if Victor is hitting threes, it's over. So it was good to see Drew Holiday, in the playoffs again. But I'm sorry, Drew, you gonna go home fishing too. So that series I think that's gonna be a sweep also.
Yeah, I know it was interesting watching San Antonio play and the way that they execute and how well they play together, how they share the basketball. How they're cheering for one another. It is us, not just me, myself, and I. And I was very impressed that it seemed like they were just doing their thing, and they had some love moments where, Portland made a run, and then they were like, okay, let's just go ahead and get back up by 10 or 15. I mean, it was just like a layman's way of handling business, like I'm welding and I need some more sticks. I'm running low on sticks. So, hey, bring me some more sticks so I can keep going. That's how it was with them, man. It was no challenge whatsoever. San Antonio is going to, I agree. I think it's going to be a sweep. I think Antonio, people don't realize that was their first playoff game in how long?
Man.
So for them, there was nerve. They all wore the black suits. Did you see that? Every one of them wore the same black suit, brother. Undertaker. Okay, yeah, the funeral director. Yeah, we coming in and pronouncing y'all dead. It's over with, baby. And exciting, man. Anytime you get, I just want to encourage, I know San Antonio comes on late, but what I'm gonna say is I hope we have the longevity to see this guy develop over time. I'm talking about Victor Wembanyama. But what I'm saying to you is he truly is. We can talk about generational players. You can throw that out. He truly is a generational player. And if you can stay up late and watch some San Antonio games, I'm telling you, you are witnessing something. The highlights, I get the highlights, but to watch this dude operate on the court, this young brother
Right.
operate on the court with not just his game, but man, he's serious. He's serious about winning, man. This dude is not messing around on the court. He trying to dunk on your head. He trying to embarrass you. This guy, man, it's a thrill to watch him play, Ken. And I'm just praying that this dude stay healthy, man, so we can watch him develop, because we might be seeing the best basketball package. I'm not talking about the best handles but I'm talking about we've never seen someone in a 7'4" frame put it behind the back, shake and bake you, spin
Crossover
on you. Man, come on, man. Put it between the legs. Step back 3, 7'4". Why you need to step back? It just look good. He don't need to step. He gonna shoot over you anyway.
Right.
I'm like, what are you gonna do when this man extends his jump shot up in the air, bro? He over 8 feet. Watch Victor and enjoy seeing something that we've never seen before. Ken, you and I, we can attest. We've seen some great big men. We've seen right. Ewing. We seen Olajuwon. We seen Tim Duncan. We seen the Admiral. We seen Shaq. I mean, we seen Chocolate Thunder. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to even say his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. We seen all of these cats, but we ain't never seen nothing like Victor.
Nothing like this, Mike.
Nothing like. Check it out, folks. Check that man out. Ken, go ahead. Who we got next?
Oh man, we got Denver versus Minnesota. This is probably should be the most competitive series. And I think I'll say it like this. I think an altercation probably will break out or /fight in this series right here. They don't like each other. Mike, I'm gonna say this. I think as far as Denver will win this in 7. I think Ant-Man needs some help, and he also needs to get other players involved. And that's kind of been his downfall, in my opinion. But Denver, they solid, Mike, and they going to play as a team, and they going to lose as a team. But I just think Denver is going to come out in this one in 7.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, Anthony Edwards is not healthy. I mean, let's put it right there, right? I think he's dealing with a knee problem. So he's not. You could tell when he's even moving out there, man, that he is there because it's the playoff. If it wasn't the playoffs, I don't even think Anthony Edwards would be playing right now. So I give you advantage Denver. If he was healthy, I would like to see them. I would like, man, that has been their nemesis. I mean, if ever gets over the hump, they're going to look back and say Denver was our nemesis, man, because they've been punching them in the throat. But Minnesota has not went down without a fight. I mean, to me, I think Naz Reid has got to be big in this series. He's got to be big, and he's had a up and down year.
Yeah.
Last year, Naz Reid is a dude that I love. He's got a great game. I mean, he's 6'10". His wingspan. When he's hitting his threes, he can take you to the hole. If you press up on him, he can go around you. And
but you said when he's hitting his threes.
They need a really big series out of him, especially with Ant-Man being in the condition that he is in. That's going to be the determining factor for me. What is it? They need 20, 25 from him. They need him to really step up every single game. But I can't say I disagree with you, mainly because of Anthony Edwards and where he is in. I'll say this about Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards is probably off of the dribble in the bounce. He is the most smoothest dude in the league. He looks effortlessly. And Ken, I'll say this, and I'm not comparing this, but I'm saying off the bounce and how he moves in the air and how he floats is Jordan-esque, bro. I mean,
I
this
give you
dude can
that.
get up in the air and it's effortless. It's like he not even working. He just when he come to the hole, you be thinking like, man, man, Gobert got, or I would say like, the other guy, he's got that. You ain't got that. Go ahead and jump. I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna double clutch. I'm gonna hang in the air. I'm gonna dunk on you. That guy is one of the smoothest. But again, Ken, I'm gonna agree with your point, bro. Pass the ball, bro. I'm just gonna say as simple as that. And there's guys in the league, and we're gonna talk a little bit when we get to Detroit. To me, they spend too much time patting the rock on that wood floor, man. Pass the ball, get it back, cut, move. You're too dangerous to let the defense set because you're trying to go through everybody. Now he can go through everybody though. I'm gonna give it to him. Sometimes he looking at all five and he said, I'm getting that bucket and I'm getting that bucket. But will that win the series for you? No, because as you pointed out, Denver plays at a team. The ball is moving. They don't care who scores. They don't care who gets the glory. That's a dangerous team to play against. So I agree with you, Ken. I think I don't know if I agree. Let's see how Anthony Edwards looks the next game. I'm not
Okay.
the way he looked the first game. Ken, I was like, man, is he gonna make it 7 games? I
But
mean, you
Mike,
could tell when he came down with that one rebound, he was like, oh, I look at it, I'm like, and the announcers even pointed out, I was like, oh, he that hurt. So Ken, I don't know, dog.
I just think Denver has the walking, bucket machine. Joker is going to get a triple double no matter what you do. And they don't have anybody that, I'm going to use the word contain Joker. He going to get his no matter what, but you just try to contain him. And the thing about it, Mike, is that I just think Nas Reed, yeah, I just don't see him being consistent enough for he needs to average 20 in this series for them to have a chance of winning this in 7. But like you said, when he's hitting that three, to me, that opens up his game. So
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And nobody's going to, I mean, the question about, the Jokers, who's going to stop the Joker? You can put that up on the whiteboard before the season start. At the end of it, you're going to write the same word down. No.
nobody.
No one. Okay, no one is going to stop the Joker. He's going to do what he needs to do. He's too big, too strong, too smart, too clever. He unique talent, man. Averaging what he did for this year, he averaged a triple double, didn't he?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and he's 7-1. I mean, think about that. He's not a point guard. He's 7-1 and he's averaging. Listen, man, there's another one that comes on so late that most folks don't catch him. You're missing a unique talent that hasn't been around. Let's be honest, hasn't
Right.
been around. So yeah, I agree with you, Ken. I just don't know if it's gonna go 7, depending on Ant health.
On the health
Because
of Ant.
if he had to sit out a game, it's a wrap, man. So going back, I just don't. Yeah. But I'm gonna disagree with you on this. I think the most competitive series, and we're gonna get to it, is that Orlando Detroit series. But no,
Okay.
but in the West Coast, I'll give you that. That's probably the most competitive series. Let's go ahead, Ken. Who else we got?
So we got the Lakers and the Rockets.
Okay.
And come on, Mike. I'm gonna say this. KD didn't play. He was injured. He's questionable for game 2. If Houston gets down 0-2, it's going to be tough for them to come back, even with KD. Lakers, they they pulled one out of their hat on Saturday night. LeBron ended up with 21, 19 somewhere.
Yeah, I think he had 19 or
19. But if Houston, they have issues with hitting threes, and if Kevin is not there, that makes it even harder for them to win. When I watched the game on Saturday, I'm just like, who's going to score for you guys? Who's going to hit that three? And they just struggled all night, and they'll get down, let's just say 10, and come back and be down by, let's just say 5. Then it's back to 10, 12. I'm like, Y'all not gonna win it this way. Not because the playoffs, that the game will slow down. And they say I read today where they said that Kevin will play in game 2, but they still have him questionable. So, and then the other thing, Mike, let's just say Kevin, let's just say legacy. To me, it starts in this series right here, because he's not playing with a quote unquote superstar. And the thing about it is that show me what you got. I mean, you playing with some guys who can play as far as the team is concerned, but you need to lead the team, and that's the thing that people criticize him for is not taking that leadership role. I mean, Kevin wants the ball, and that's what he's gonna do. But where's the leadership? But I'm gonna say this: if Houston can win game 2, I think they'll win the series.
My question is, how healthy is he?
Who?
Does
Kevin
Durant?
Okay.
Even if he comes back, because to me, to miss your first playoff game, and already you've been without your point guard, you've been without Fleet all year long.
Yeah.
You don't have 3-point shooting. Kevin is your best. For your best player to miss your first game, that he hurt. I mean, let's be honest, he hurt. And as much as we hear how much Kevin thrives for these moments and he wants to play, he hurt. So even if he comes back, Ken, what condition is he going to be in? He's what, 36, 37?
7, yeah.
Okay. So man, listen, Father Time is undefeated, right? We know that. So I'm saying, like, these injuries, that's serious, man. I see Kev playing. If he could have played,
he was going to play.
He was going to play. So that tells me there's something else going on, that even if he comes back, how good would he be? Would he be good enough for one game? Can he come back and play the rest of the series? So I just think it's a bad look for Houston, because Houston should run through these boys. They don't have Luka.
Look right.
And they do not have Austin Reeves. And the King is giving you all he can give you. He's giving you points. He's giving you rebounds. He's assisting. He's 40 plus. He giving you everything. Everything you want from this man at his age. He's giving you that. That's not enough. LeBron cannot put this team on his back and lead this team through with a healthy Kevin Durant in there. Now, what would have been interesting, Ken, is I'm gonna speak to your point, to the legacy point. How great would that have been to see a KD versus LeBron, both of them in the twilights of their career? Hey, Luka's not there. Now this is mano a mano, going head to head with a roster that is pretty much fairly even. I mean, the Lakers are not a great 3-point shooting team. I mean, they have, they are better 3-point shooting team, but they're not a great 3-point shooting team. So to me, I think LA probably will get this one, Cam, even if Kevin comes back, because I just don't know how healthy he's gonna be.
I get you.
Ken, they have no outside shooting, Ken. I mean, Thompson, listen, Thompson is both of the Thompson brothers are, man, the athleticism and you know what the Thompson brothers have that I think a lot of people don't talk about is their basketball IQ at such a young age. Because they're not great shooters, they do everything else excellent. Steals, defense, rebounding, boxing out, help on deep. I mean, like, these young, but they don't shoot the ball well. That's so if you LA, look how they playing off of him. He got the runway. I'm gonna give you the runway, because all I'm gonna give you is the floater. I'll give you that 3-pointer, but you come in here, I contest the floater. That's not gonna help them. That's only hurting them. So who's gonna step up for Houston? That's the question. Who? And Ken, I was thinking before, when I heard that Kevin was out, I was like, ooh, Şengün, he gonna have to be. He gonna have to get 40, dog. I mean, he gonna have to dominate. But then again, if I'm LA, what I'm gonna do? I'm packing the paint.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, I saw an article. Shamgoon was exposed. He wasn't exposed. Like he operates on the inside, and if you have no perimeter shooters, I'm gonna let you shoot, and I'm just gonna triple him. Like that's the problem. Unless they can start hitting some outside shots, open up that paint area for Shangoon to go, because Shangoon could carry him. I
You
mean, let's
think
get
so?
it. Can if he got room to operate? People forget what he was an all-star last year. People forget what he was doing when Kev wasn't there. He
Mike,
listen. Let me tell you
Mike,
something. Listen
this
to me. Shangoon is a problem.
I'm gonna give you
There's no
that.
LA that can. Man, Aiden. Man,
He,
if they open
wait
up
a minute, Mike.
that
He
40,
had
that
the
50, bro.
he had the game of his life.
Who?
Yeah,
Aiden?
yeah, on Saturday.
Man, kid, let's not do that, bro. Hey, listen. It's Monday. I'm trying to be kind. Nah, man. Listen.
Man,
Nah,
but
bro.
no, this is rhetorical, but rhetorical question. Did Houston give up too much to get KD?
Way too much. Way too much. And I think the team's gonna do it for Giannis, but we can talk about that in the future. Way too much. Because what happens is, Ken, look, even if they had Van Fleet right now, that still is not going. You gave up too much. Listen, you gave up for a man that's not available when you need him the most important in the season. So your whole so for anybody to say, well, yeah, that was the right thing for us to do. Not if he's not available for the series and he's 37. He gonna come back next year 30
Right,
again.
and
And
you
you're gonna
paying
be
him a lot of
depending on
money
him.
too.
You pay him a lot of money and you depend on him to play in a full season. We know he's not gonna play 82 games, but let's say Kerr played 57 games or something like that, 55. You still don't know what's gonna happen because this is unfortunate, man. I feel so sorry for Kevin Durant that he's not, because clearly this is an injury. He would be there. He shines in moments like this. He wants to take your heart in moments like this. And for him not to be available, it tells me there's some serious. If he comes back, how healthy is he? That's my next question, Ken. Because
I got you.
I don't think you're in a position where you cannot play. And then a few days later, you up and you 100%. So whatever he can give them, can he give them enough for the strategy for LA to change? I say no. I say no. So we just have to see, brother. So
All
you think
right.
LA's gonna get that in 7, or what you think?
I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna still go with the Houston.
Okay. You
Yeah,
still think Houston's gonna come back and get it?
yeah. I just don't think the LA just. I mean, like you said, Mono. I think KD and LeBron. I just think based on the series, I just think Houston should win the series.
All right, I'm not yeah, we gonna disagree on that one.
All right.
I just don't. Again, we'll see. I agree. If Durant doesn't come back, then I'm definitely, LA's definitely got him. If he comes back, I think it goes 7, and I think Houston. I would agree with you. I think if he's there for game 7, that tells me he's healthy enough, and they probably will get the job done. But the King might have one left in him, though.
That's
He
a
might have a
possibility.
50. He might have 50 piece left in him. He been saving it up all year long. He might got that 50 piece left in him for game 7, a 50, 10, and 10.
Shoot. All right, let's move over to the Eastern Conference. So this is I won't say a shocker, but Orlando versus Detroit. Let me start off by saying this, Mike. Detroit, we talked about 3-point shooting. They don't have any 3-point shooting, and I know he coming back from off injury, but still that's no excuse. Mike, him and Tobias Harris were their only two in double figures. For Orlando, their starting 5 was in double figures. So they punched Detroit in the gut. So we'll see how Detroit responds. I think, Mike, this could be an upset, but I'm still going with Detroit. Um, and then the other thing, rhetorical again, does the regular season count? Because Detroit number 1 seed. So a lot of questions for them. I just don't think they have the firepower on the offensive end to get through the Eastern Conference.
I have said all along, I believe Boston's coming out of the East.
Okay, all right.
because Boston has been minus Tatum the most healthy team in the East. The East has been plagued with injuries. And when I hear people say Orlando upset Detroit, how? When if we go off a regular season, they were 15 games out of first place. Okay, if we go with records, but let's look at the roster. I mean, who has a better roster? Actually, it is Orlando. So what I'm saying is, like, Orlando was not healthy. Wagner missed I don't know how many games. Both of the brothers did. You had Suggs that was out. You had, Paolo had missed some time. They had never really gelled. And people don't understand, Paolo's coming off of a year where he missed 30 plus games. So he is really starting to just get himself back into the flow of how things should be going for him rhythmically. So we're seeing a very dangerous Orlando Magic team that's starting to gel. Bane
had a nice game.
He had a nice game, but him, Paolo, and Wagner, they haven't spent a whole lot of time playing together. So
That's
what
true.
I'm saying is you're getting them at a dangerous time. And what I'm going to say is this, Ken, we've said this in the past. The East Coast is notorious for having great one-seed teams that fall in the playoff. Cleveland is a prime example last year on 60 games plus games, failed. I'm saying like this in the second round. So what I'm saying is I was never convinced that Detroit was good. Number one, Detroit is not coming out of the East. They're just not. They're not better than Boston. I don't think in a 7-game series they're better than Cleveland. I just don't think that Detroit is mature enough and they don't have the pieces surrounding them to beat a Boston, to beat a Cleveland, might not even be able to beat an Orlando, because what people don't understand, Orlando didn't just come in there and sneak and get a game. They handled them.
Yeah, they did.
The whole game, they handled them. Detroit was chasing them at home. Game one in the playoffs, where you the number one seed and you haven't been in the playoffs in how long? And you are chasing, Detroit is in trouble. Now, can they make adjustments? They're going to have to, man. But I'm telling you, you can't take 26 shots, bruh. And you can't have two players in double figures. And you cannot. I think he only had 3 assists. I think he averaged like 7, 8, 9 assists a game. So that's telling me right there, you shooting too much, dog. You got to pass the ball. You got to get others. But who else going to step up? Who going to step up?
That's a good question.
Is it Durham going to step up? He got his hands full.
Yeah.
Because, Wagner's 6'10". Paolo's 6'10". I mean, them boys, hey, they taking you out of the paint. You understand what I'm saying? So who's going to step up for Detroit? Or are you making an argument then that Cade can he carry him? Can he do it himself?
Nah, he can't. Mike, I'll say this, and then we'll go to the next thing, is that playoff experience matters. And I know Detroit hasn't been in the playoffs for some time. Don't know how many years, but playoff is different than the regular seasons. And Detroit needs to get, or I'll say they need to get other people involved in the offense for them to win this series. Or Orlando is going to continue and Detroit is going to go fishing.
So, Ken, will Thompson step up? Robinson, Stewart, Tobias, Jenkins, Herter, Javonte Green, Rollin Hollins, Paul Reed.
I'll say Thompson is probably the one that's, I think, next in line to give him a boost offensively. But
I'm just going to make him shoot threes. I'm just going to pack the paint. Y'all going to have to kill me with the 3. See, the problem to me with this series is they're too much alike. Orlando is not, other than Bane, they're not a good 3-point shooting team. That's why they brought him over there to help them. As you mentioned, Detroit is not a good 3-point shooting team. So this game has to be won in the paint. Who's the more physical team? Orlando showed you that. They came in, they just gangstered them. Man, I think we both laughed, man. We chuckled with Charlotte and Orlando. All that they just that was just we that was almost like an early Tyson fight. As soon as we're dinged, they just went in and just
Man,
beat them all up, just stomped them, and the
up like 30.
physicality. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Detroit has got to match that physicality without being out of control. The problem
Right.
is Detroit has hotheads,
Stewart.
Stewart and Rollins. Both of them always want to get in some sort of scuffle, this, that, and the other. So I can see Stewart being kicked out of game because he
And it,
probably gonna get into. He was jawing with Paulo. Paulo ain't gonna throw no blows with you, bro. He ain't like that. He ain't from that. I don't even think Stewart's like that. Anyway, they say he know how to box, this, that, and the other thing. Man, go in the ring. They got celebrity boxing now. Go in the ring, and this ain't basketball, man. I'm tired of seeing these players that I think just are not good examples, man, to the game, man. The dirtiness. And I'm not speaking on any specific person, so I don't want nobody to say I'm coming after Isaiah Stewart, but I'm just saying Isaiah has done some things that are questionable. I don't even think you have to be a basketball fan to understand that. And this is going to be a very physical, heated series. This comes back to what you talked about, playoff experience. Can they keep a cool head when things out of control? Because I'm saying this refereeing in the NBA, Ken,
Mike,
is horrible.
it's
The
pathetic.
traveling, the grabbing, the pulling, the pushing, I'm thinking, are we watching a game of basketball? Yes, basketball is physical, but it's graceful. It's athletic. It's the the ahs. Man, we see these cats I'm like, bro, he grabbing him. Like he took off, he got a hand on his jersey. Where's the call? Man, I'm just
Mike,
no, man. Come on, Ken.
you coming
It's
down and
horrible.
you use your forearm to push off to get a basket. I'm like, come on, man.
That's the regular. That's on the regular now.
Right.
This is what you do, Ken. You come from the right side across the lane. You lean in and you push off. You fade and you shoot. That's normal. That's
That,
normal in the NBA. Okay, I don't understand. I know we want offense. I know we want the game to speed up. But I'm telling you, for an old head that's watching the game, I'm watching the game, Ken, where there's only rules written down in a book and don't exist on the court.
right.
And it's just, to me, it's unfair in a lot of instances, man. I hate that call where the offensive player comes down, bounces off the defensive player, and it's a 3-point play for some players. Not for
Star
all.
plays. Star. We gotta move on, Mike.
We can't get fined for talking about refereeing. So
Right. Let's
go
talk
ahead.
about Boston and Philly, Mike. This series, it was over when they announced the matchup. Philly. The only thing that I wouldn't say like about Philly, the thing that I like is Maxey. I like him as a player, Mike. He don't back down from anybody. He can score. He can give you the assists. Basketball high IQ is huge for him, but they just overmatched. Tatum and Brown, 1-2 punch. I'm gonna give Philly one game, maybe game 3, but that's gonna be it, Mike. It's just, as they say, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard call, man. If I said I give them game 3, I'll be guessing, because my heart tells me that Boston is grounded enough that they know what to expect in game 3. They know how to ride the pressure and ride. These dudes been together for years. That's what people
right.
don't understand about Boston. Boston is not a new team. The people that they brought in and the people that they got rid of, Drew and Porzingis, that was never the core. The core has been there for years. They have lost together. They lost in the Eastern Conference Final. They lost in the final. They have lost together. There's nothing this team is not prepared for. The question was, how would J-Man come back? And he's come back. He's looking pretty good. He's not looking like his full self.
Right. He ain't looking 100%.
But he looking good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
a 90% Jason Tatum is better than 100% a lot of folks in this league. So I see Boston going. I see Boston, if they handle them the second game like they should, I see them just going for the throat. And the reason why I say that, they don't want JT to play too many games that he ain't got to.
Yeah,
I see them coming in and saying, like, look, we ain't gonna play with these boys. We're gonna go, and without even with an Embiid, I don't think Philly could beat them, because when you look at Embiid, let's be honest, that's not the same Joel Embiid.
No, it's
Joel
not.
Embiid was a monster. Let's not forget how great and unstoppable he ate Jokic up. Okay,
Yeah.
he had some serious battles with Giannis. Let's keep it real, man. Every time he looked forward to playing against the Joker, faking him, going around, spinning, pulling up, shooting threes, going dunk. Man, listen, we have seen him injured for a few years now. We forget what the MVP looked like,
Right.
and he's not even close to that, Ken. So for me, I just don't see them standing a chance. Philly is another team that I think, and you don't have to just break it up, man. Like you say, you got Escom, you got a good rookie, you got Maxey. We know he's an all-star, too soon to be a superstar in this league for how he plays. But Ken, everybody else,
Hmm.
you understand what I'm saying? So I just think Philly's in a spot where they're going to have to, Doc Rivers, they're going to have to move on with, hey, look at the Clippers. Okay, let's. How long did it take? How long did it take Boston to rebound? So I'm just saying like this, Ken. Yeah, Doc Rivers. Pause. Okay, let's move on. Who we got next?
The Knicks and the Hawks. I'm gonna say New York in 6. Atlanta just hasn't. They haven't. Remember you said about Boston that their core has played together for some time. Atlanta's core hasn't. That they have now hasn't played together for a long time. I think the Knicks will win in 6. Brunson, I just think I'll say this again. You just can't keep dribbling and dribbling and dribbling. You got to get other people involved. Cat needs to play more consistent, and they won't have that tough of a time with Atlanta, but that's just not going to happen. I know it, because as they say, you go back to your old habits.
Yeah, Ken. I must admit, man, Atlanta. I was disappointed in their performance, man. I thought I agree totally with your point that they haven't had that much, time playing together. They're not as cohesive. Um, but man, Atlanta's been playing some good ball, man. I mean, some
Yeah.
really the last segment of the season, they were
I was
man, they
yeah,
were
the
playing
last
some
20
good
games, I
ball,
think they were
man.
like maybe 14 and 6, 15 and
Yeah,
6.
they were playing some really. So I was kind of dis. Now I'm gonna take Atlanta's performance for nerves. That's what I'm gonna take.
Okay.
I sent man. I thought this series gonna really go 7. Just the way they've been playing basketball. And you might be right. I mean, it's all about matchups, and maybe at this point they're just not. Uh, I'm not convinced that New York is going much place anyway. I agree with you. Again, Jalen Cole, and you got to pass the ball, dog. And you got to get more people involved. You can't. Looking at that series, I didn't think it was a toss up, but I thought Atlanta would be much more competitive, and maybe
Okay.
they will be. It's game one. We'll
It's only
see.
one game, but I still
You know
think
what?
that.
I wouldn't doubt it if New York went 2-0 and came back to Atlanta and got smacked 2 games in a row. I would not be shocked.
Okay, I can see that.
And if that happened, then we gon' maybe you got to freeze dry me a Cops burger and send it Red Eye Express
That's overnight, huh?
overnight. So
Uh,
one more, Ken.
so we got Cleveland and Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the same thing I said about the previous series. I think Cleveland in 6. I just don't. I mean, I like Toronto how they've rebuilt that team, made some trades, got some draft picks. So, but I just don't see them beating Cleveland. I think Cleveland maybe they learned from last year. Uh, best record in the East, and then second round lose to Boston. So maybe they playing with more intensity, made some trades, got a little bit more offensive power. But I'll say that their core has been around for a little bit too, playoff experience. But I think what Cleveland needs to do is get. I keep saying this. Is probably I know folks can get tired of me. Is that they have to advance deep into the playoffs. They got to get everybody involved. They have to.
I'm just not. I think James is a great player.
Oh,
I don't see James Harden leading. I thought that was I thought that was a terrible trade. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I thought you with Donovan Mitchell, yeah, are they coexisting? Yeah, to some, but I just think Harden is yes. Can Harden distribute? Can he play point guard? Harden is a scoring guard. Let's just
I'll
keep it.
give you that.
He is lethal at scoring, and anytime you're taking away from that ability, I don't think is helping the team. I just think he's been out of his role for so long because they've made him play point. He is a lethal scorer. He should have always been in that two position, just killing people. And I think having him and Donovan, I don't know if that wins a championship for you. Win you a lot of games, might even win you a series, but I don't know if that's going to win a championship for you. So we'll see, Ken. You got them and you got
I got
Cleveland.
I got Cleveland in 6.
Okay. 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 Yeah, Toronto's was a disappointment the first game, but again, who knows? I mean, maybe these because they are. I mean, they're a good team, man. I mean,
Yeah,
Ingram didn't have such a good game. If
no,
he
he
can,
didn't. He struggled.
so if he can step up, I mean, Brandon is he's a killer. So if he can step up, we'll see. But I lean in that direction, as you point out, Ken. So as we go into the I guess we say the first full week of playoffs, any upsets you think might happen? You think it's going to be pretty much routine as normal?
I think the Magic have a good chance of upsetting Detroit. That would be my favorite I'll say favorite team to upset that number one seed, and that'd be a huge upset. And I just think Detroit, they have to, number one, you can't have two players with double figures, and then they need something off the bench.
Absolutely, folks. Well, you heard it. You heard it. You heard it. The series to watch is that Orlando Magic series, along with Detroit Pistons, and you might want to keep an eye on all of them. Ken, last word.
SGA is MVP for 2026.
Hey, you heard it from someone outside of Oklahoma. I have to say, hey, I'll say like we say in the church. I'll second that. Amen.
Amen.
The world of sports unites us. Let us take this unity into our everyday life. This is why they play the game.